For most of us, Naw-Ruz is the end of the fast and the start of a Baha'i New Year. Why is it that Baha'is celebrate Naw-Ruz? It goes way back to the time of the Bab. Now, the Bab was a manifestation of God, sent to tell of the coming of Baha'u'llah, who is the founder of the Baha'i faith, a religion that mainly promotes the unity of mankind. The Bab had inaugurated a new calendar, the Badi calendar, by which his followers could use. Later, Baha'u'llah also used this calendar and instituted onto his own believers. The first day on this calendar happens to fall on the first day of the Persian calendar, which is the reason why Baha'is celebrate Naw-Ruz on the same day as Persians. The calendar is composed of 19 months of 19 days with the extra 5 days of a Yamaha. Growing up in a Persian family, I've been blessed to have seen some of the Persian traditions of Naw-Ruz. I'm not going to get into that topic because it's a long topic, but I want to share a memory with all of you. When I was much younger, I would go to my grandparents' house for Naw-Ruz, and my grandmother would have a tray of many different things set out on the table. These items represent spring, and my grandma explained to me that they all start with the Persian letter S. Thinking back, I mainly remember an apple and a few other dishes that I can't remember. But after some research online, some memories were brought back. On the table were sabzi. Oh, I'm just sorry to all the Persians in this room for my bad accent. Sabzi, which are lentil sprouts that my grandmother was growing. Samanu, sweet pudding. Senjed, dried fruit. Sir, garlic. Sib, apples. Somach, which is a sumac fruit. And serkeh, vinegar. Each of these symbolize different meanings. Sabzi, lentil sprouts, symbolize rebirth. Samanu, sweet pudding, represents wealth. Sanjed, dried fruit, represents love. Sir, garlic, represents medicine. Sib, which is apples, represents beauty and health. Somak represents sunrise, and serkeh, which is vinegar, represents old age and patience. Earlier, you may have heard me mention the fast. And I'm not sure, but I think some of us might not know what the fast is. So for those of you who don't know, the fast is a time of sacrifice and reflection for the Baha'i community of the world. For 19 days, from March 2nd to March 21st, also known as Naw-Ruz, Baha'is around the world will wake up together before sunrise, eat and pray together, and spend the day fasting until sunset. Abdu'l-Baha states, fasting is the cause of awakening man. The heart becomes tender, and the spirituality of man increases. This is produced by the fact that man's thoughts will be confined to the commemoration of God. And through this awakening and stimulation, surely ideal advancements follow. Fasting is of two kinds, material and spiritual. The material fasting is abstaining from food or drink. That is from the appetites of the body. But spiritual, ideal fasting is this, that man abstain from selfish passions, from negligence, and from satanic animal traits. Therefore, material fasting is a token of the spiritual fasting. That is, O God, as I am fasting from the appetites of the body and not occupied with eating, and else save thy love and protect, and drinking, even so purify and make holy my heart and my life from aught else save thy love, and protect and preserve my soul from self-passions. Thus may the Spirit associate with the fragrances of holiness and fast from everything else save thy mention. The fast for us Baha'is is a way to remember the tribulations of Baha'u'llah. It is a way to detach from this world and seek spiritual meaning. It is also a way to show our obedience to the covenant of Baha'u'llah. Now, Naw-Ruz is also the beginning of spring. Spring is a season of renewal. It is a season of birth of the new things to come. In the spring we see flowers grow and bloom, new leaves grow on trees, and of course the heat returns. Before I end, I'd like to share a quote from Abdu'l-Baha regarding spring. When this state is reached, again, a new life-giving spring returns, and the cycle is renewed. The season of spring, with its host of freshness and beauty, spreads its tent on the plains and mountains with great pomp and magnificence. A second time, the form of the creatures is renewed, and the creation of beings begins afresh. Bodies grow and develop, the plains and wilderness become green and fertile. Trees bring forth blossoms, and the spring of last year returns in the utmost fullness and glory. Such is, and such ought to be, the cycle and succession of existence. Such is the cycle and revolution of the material world. I'd like to thank you all for listening to my speech here, and have a really great Naw-Ruz. Thank you.